The RV Show USA is brought to you by Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers. All right, the most listened to radio RVing show in the country with yours truly, the RV Wingman. We are back in this segment. We're gonna meet a couple who's pretty good at planning things out and budgeting, as an example. And when they decided to take up full-time RVing, they thought that they'd done their homework when it came to, preparing a budget. Well, it didn't work out exactly as they planned. Mark and Sue Chandler, welcome to the show.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
Thank y'all for being with us. So my notes say that y'all did your homework. So don't jump to the bottom line yet, but what kind of homework and planning from a financial standpoint did you do? And then I want to hear how things didn't work out like you thought.
Well, I think we did what everybody does first. You poke around on the internet and try to see if you can find somebody else's budget, and we weren't too successful at that. So we just sat down and created our own. And I guess the surprise for us is as many things as we included in our list, we had guessed too low on a lot of things. We were maybe a little bit too optimistic on what repair costs would be. And fortunately for us, we had saved long and hard enough in our 401k that we were able to, make up for the shortfall coming down the pike. But we could see that in our discussions with different people that we would meet how important budgeting was and how off most people were. So when I finally would tell people that, we tracked our costs for about a year and we actually had some real numbers, so many people were interested in it that we decided to post that on our YouTube channel, and we were just floored, Alan, how many people contacted us for copies of this schedule, and we would send it out to them. And we're looking at about 420,000 people that viewed that particular video. So we knew that everybody had basically the same difficulty that we had. Now, when we were planning this, we knew we had revenue streams that could support us only up to a point. And Sue and I both had pensions. We were planning on taking my Social Security, and then we had our 401ks that I had been diligently saving for, probably since 1983. And we didn't really, Sue and I weren't together back then. We didn't know each other. And yet we both knew that retirement would be important and it could be a fun and great time in your life if you planned for it. So those revenue streams were enough to pay for most of our RVing lifestyle, as it's turned out, but we still came about $1,700 a month short.
Wow.
Yes, and that's what's coming out of our 401k. And when you think about it, I'm 67 now and Sue is 62. And the whole point of the 401k is to someday make up the shortfall for you no longer working 40 hours a week. And, conventional wisdom is a certain percentage of your real salary before you retire is what you should be able to replace. So we're actually pretty good on drawing out $1,700 a month from our 401k and still not ending up in the poorhouse.
Right.
Now, before I tell the viewers what it ends up costing us, I got to tell you that it's probably even worse than it sounds here, because I have to tell you that we made the decision not to keep our house because it was sort of in the wrong part of the country. So we knew we wanted to sell it, so we thought, well, let's do it now so it's not a burden on us. And I'm so thankful that we did sell our house so we didn't have the cost of mortgage or insurance, taxes, snow plowing, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even save our furniture, so we don't even have storage locker fees. Our RV is paid for, and our tow vehicle is paid for. Now, having said that,
yeah, where are those expenses coming from?
Yeah.
And really, I think we had two expenses that really surprised us. One was just the parks, paying for our camping parks and the RV parks we stay at. Also, what was the other one, Dan?
Yeah, right off the bat, we certainly don't want to go through the 46 line items that we have on our budget now,
mm-hmm.
but now that we're smarter and wiser, we can tell people, we say, hey, if you don't join Thousand Trails and you're going to just go from park to park and pay on regular campgrounds, be prepared to spend an average of $41 a day. And this is an average after 20 months of camping that we have kept.
And it's really glamping. We
Right.
told ourselves not as campers, and that's probably why our expenses are so high, because we call ourselves tourists. We go from place to place to see the country, not necessarily to be out in the woods and boondock. We've never boondocked before, so that's a big part of why our expenses are up with the lodging or the RV park.
Right. So I guess what Sue, I'm glad you brought that up, Sue, because what she qualified was that we're in a really unique situation. You know, we're retired. We planned for this. We decided that we did not want to necessarily be campers. We wanted to be more tourists, which means we want to go exactly to the location that's closest for all the things we want to see. We wanted something that felt like a small apartment. And it's the equipment that you decide to RV in that really dictates an extremely large portion of your costs. So by us being in our motorhome called Miles, it's a diesel pusher. It's a 2014 Newmar Death Star. It kind of puts us at the high end of traveling. I do not fix or repair hardly anything due to the fact that I can't bend and get in the positions I need to be.
You're 67, man. I'm right behind you.
Yeah. So here's, I guess, the bad news is that after 20 months, as much as we would like to be cheaper, we have to be honest with everybody. Sorry, folks, we're rolling through $6,800 a month. Now,
Yikes.
Yikes is right.
You know, and I think we've got to put it in there, though, that this is all averaged out. And in November, it was the most expensive month for us because we put on 6 brand new tires. And we had a lot of other maintenance things.
Right. We actually put from National Indoor RV. We ended up putting in some Retroband run flat devices, very specialized piece of equipment, 6 tires. That month, all expenses total, we went through $20,000 that month.
Oh my God! Hang on just a second, folks. Mark and Sue Chandler are with us, and they have a YouTube channel called Our Journey in Miles, MYLES, Our Journey in Miles, and they actually did a video on this. Like Mark was saying, they got 420,000 views on this thing. If you really want to know what it costs, and you may not, but it will help you, right? I mean, is that right?
Well, the beauty of getting this chart is that a lot of the bad news can be taken away by your experiences. You can look at, we have some columns in there that we have YouTube costs, so you could delete 3,000 from that. But it's very hard for me to be smart enough to know what I should delete for you. You could decide that you want to eat cheaper than us, so you can delete that. You can decide that you want to insure your vehicle a little bit less or buy a cheaper RV. I mean, we're insuring a $234,000 motorhome.
Yeah, there's so many different ways of living full time. We chose to go with Class A. It's 43 feet, 9 inches. You don't have to go that big. We know people who live much cheaper than us, and truly, they're going to the same places we are. You know, they're seeing Yellowstone and stuff like that. So we're kind of on the tour. We call it the tourist realm. It's more comfortable. We have a comfortable rig. So it can be cheaper.
Right. And Ellen, so I'm just looking, we have 46 line items in here, and, everybody has dental costs. Well, it turned out we had, on this last 20-month jaunt here, we had $5,500 on there because Sue's getting braces, like a young little teenager that she is. So by me sending this complete list to people, they can X out, zero down, or inflate different rows and columns so that they can dial in on their exact number.
But it's good information. Listen, guys, we're running short on time. Great job. I want to do it again and catch up with y'all and talk some more. Can we do that?
Oh,
we can. Love talking to you.
All right. All right. Thanks much. Y'all take care, folks. The Chandlers they're not YouTubers in the sense that you may be thinking. Mark enjoys making videos, and he really only does them as a hobby, but you know what? He's dang good at it. Check him out at Our Journey in Miles, as I said. Our Journey in Miles, MYLES. That's going to do it for today's radio show. Thanks to Mark and Sue and Diana and Carl and to you for choosing to spend some of your time with us. We hope that you'll tell your friends about us. Invite them to get a feel for the old RV Wingman, for our show and this community. Keep up with us on Facebook, if you would. In the search bar, just type in The RV Show USA. It'll be the first thing that pops up, and we'd love to have you in our community. Until next time, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reminding you, be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. So long, everybody.
The